I think the NRG, if they really have fun, they're one of the deadliest team in Rocket League. With Justin just popping off, doing crazy stuff. And Turbo and Garrett are just going to support that 100%.
Yeah. And I like how you mentioned that, the aggressive factor from Turbo as well. It's just going to be a great match here, especially against Cloud9.
And we're getting into it. NRG Cloud9, North American Titans clashing. And this first round of the upper bracket winner will move on to the winner final, one step away from the grand finals. We see more of the Fennec, very popular selection. Torment rocking it.
It's actually not a lot of octanes. You see,
Strange.
Squishy,
It's nice to
Squishy
see.
and
I like the
Garrett.
variety.
Yeah, right.
It's a part of a new era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Times are changing.
But the thing is, everyone has the same wheels. Ooh.
And same
Always gonna
boost.
recover.
And same boost. And they have no decal.
Yeah.
It's always Sombas, Pearl, Matt, or Matt.
Yeah.
I want to see something different, you know. Speed, you have great car designs, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Sometimes they're pretty, but other times...
I mean, I have my
They're
one
questionable.
good design,
Yeah?
which is the anodized one. The anodized crimson, crimson nice shot.
I don't know
That's
how
it.
Farrah does it with car design, right? Like he... Oh!
Oh, already Turbo making a statement barely a minute in.
In the skyline again.
That was a good job from Justin to get that second
Bullying.
effort on the pass.
Yeah, just bullying, right?
NRG have been so dominant just since the beginning of this game. This first minute was all NRG pressure. Garrett doing a great job, especially on the ceiling. Noticed a lot of high passing.
I mean, I think NRG generally like is a team that has so much potential on the ceiling. Like we have seen
Yeah.
Garrett right in season 5. Justin can do it. Turbo is also capable of doing it. Sometimes.
I don't know. I don't
Capable
know.
sometimes.
More of a wild
sometimes,
card.
yeah. But definitely Garrett and Justin are so good on that, and that just adds another dimension and an element, right?
Yeah, and I love the speed that Garrett plays at as well.
He's so fast.
Yeah,
at all
and
times.
he just hits the ball
Yeah.
so hard. He
And
can
you just
shoot
know
it
it's
so hard.
He's
Yeah,
a slinger.
he's one of the players who you can see what he's doing, where he's going, where he's going to shoot it, but you still just like can't stop it because he shot it too hard right by you.
Yep.
So NRG looking pretty good out of the gate. See Cloud9 remaining calm, opting for some good back passes, keeping possession, and just looking for that clean passing play, that clean counterattack opportunity. Cloud9 known for that counterattacking power.
Oh. That might have actually looked risky, but Gimmick, that was actually a really good play.
Setting it down to Torment.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
A lot of players would just bang that upfield and giving possession away, but Gimmick had the vision and the comms to just put that mid. That's a huge risk.
Yeah, and Torment had a lot of space to then make an even better hit.
Exactly.
See what Justin does with it. Just
Oh,
goes
that's a
straight
great
at net. NRG clocking most of the possessions so far. Cloud9 really hasn't spent much time at all in NRG's half.
Yeah. But they're known for this. They're known for the turtle defense. You know, bundle up on the backfield and then try and transition it into the offense. But NRG did a great job of getting that first goal in the first minute. If you can break that defense of Cloud9 and that turtle shell, then their transitional game turns into something where they have to make a comeback.
Turtle, you realize you're talking about turtles.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And we're talking about speed in the offense. And we have speed.
I mean, look, it just works.
Oh, that one was going to bounce out too. It looked like Justin actually killed that on the line. That was the equalizer that
That was
Cloud9
a
needed.
calculated,
Calculated save.
of course. Oh, Garrett. Just a clanger.
The instant counterattack as well.
Yeah.
Another great setup from Justin, just banging it against the net, trying to create any kind of mistake, and there's no great save. Garrett coming in with a great follow.
I mean, that's one thing that when Justin first came onto the scene, a lot of the pros were talking about with Justin was that he can be in a really awkward situation, or he looks like, you know, the ball doesn't have much pace to get a hard strike, but he still manages to put a very good shot on net that forces the defense to make a save and feeds rebounds to his teammates.
And that's the thing that these players are so good at is that Astral, AJ, Justin, they can all do that. I think Justin is just that step ahead of them, but they're coming up to that level, and it is just so good to have in your team.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't need to outthink somebody with a pass. You know, there's certainly times for that. Sometimes, you know, you can just break them down with really well-placed shots. You know, and it's kind of like pulling an arm on a slot machine. But it's like
that flip.
Yeah, it's like pulling an arm on a slot machine. You know, you put a hard shot in, you know, you have a small chance of having a bad save and then getting a free goal. So NRG not really breaking a sweat. I mean, we saw the Cloud9 chance. Here's another one. The drop-down pass and a block. We saw multiple players from NRG jump. And another infield pass. Wet net wide open.
Still can't put
it. And there we see it.
So many shots back and forth.
One of them had to go in, right?
It was just a matter of time, and we saw two players for NRG jump, shot after shot after shot.
That one barely went in.
That
was scary.
Can't have Garrett coming in.
Not gonna lie, I missed those probably.
It just feels like a big clash right now between Justin and Gimmick. You know, who can make that extra move, create an opportunity, and force a mistake like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Another chance here for Cloud9. So this was just right off the kickoff. The pressure was cemented with that strong shot from Gimmick. Gimmick just turns.
Just two in net.
Yeah, Garrett went forward, like thinking someone was behind him, and then.
I mean, they were.
Nobody followed up with a challenge.
And it was probably one of those situations where your teammates are in the right position, but they don't have the boost
but also
to take care of it.
Yeah. But I also think that the problem is that you have 18 seconds left, and then you start turtling up maybe a bit too much, right? You don't go into the same rotation. You just play it safe and be like,
this could be a good chance.
Dangerous. Nah, that deserved to go in.
Yeah, and NRG, they had, I don't know if you guys were watching yesterday, but they had a few close games in their series yesterday versus Vitality.
11-minute OT, or was it 10 minutes?
So they had 9 minutes. So they had essentially a 2.5 minute, a 9 minute, and then like a 5 minute overtime.
I thought they had
3 games.
Basically, yeah, it was.
And after game 3. They had more overtime time of game time
than actual
normal.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
After game 3.
Yeah,
so
in a 4-game series, they had 20 minutes of regulation and then 16 minutes of overtime.
Yeah, and after game 3, they had 16 minutes.
Yeah, and they kept winning the overtimes, though. It's like they just did not want to drop anything. That's Turbo, the overtime clutch champion right now.
So NRG's been pulling out these close wins, which I think is a great sign for the team, especially bringing in a new player. They're already building up that history, right? That chemistry now. This is where the chemistry is getting built. And so getting these close wins, that just feels so good. And to have so many of these close game wins, it feels great. But they almost threw this one. Like, let's be real. Yeah. Like, they started out really well, keeping Cloud9 on the back foot, and almost gave up Cloud9 all those goals in the final waning moments of the game. And Cloud9 on the kickoffs, getting that good pressure. Near the end, Cloud9 was taking it to them. So now it's like, how's it? Is it Cloud9 getting a slow start? They waking up? Because if they play like the end,
carry
I think,
that momentum.
they're gonna
this game. Yeah,
they're gonna take it to NRG. Like NRG was not looking that great in those final moments, giving Cloud9 too much space.
I've definitely seen that a lot with the NRG. Even though Vitality matches, NRG kind of at the end of each game seemed to let the other team run away with a couple of lazy goals, whether it was any kickoff strategies or something off, where there's like 10 or 15 seconds left, and they give the other team a chance, but they still hold strong.
And Cloud9 might be one of the teams that uses kickoff strategies more than any other team, honestly.
Really? You think so?
I mean, from what I've seen even so far, even in twos.
Rogue is one of the most interesting teams to say. Whoops.
I mean, even Frontline get more kickoff goals than I've ever seen out of any team, I swear.
I honestly think that's because of how Farah does his follow-ups.
It's so fast.
Farah, like, every time I played against Farah before I joined the team, I always was so annoyed to play against that kickoff because he's so fast and then he just pops it in, and it is... It's something that is very underrated, and people look. Yeah, and I think they don't really see that.
Yeah,
right?
I think kickoff, like how you play kickoffs, is a skill in and of itself. But even that, in this first goal, we saw Squishy was trying to pop it around. He was trying to get it over the defense and pass it to himself to start the counterattack. But
what a read!
It ended up just going right back.
That hit from Gary right there was just world class. Being able to read that, I don't understand how he's so consistent, and even most players now, and all the teams here invited to Summit are so strong with reading those backboard bounces.
It's definitely the controllers.
Yeah.
All the players on controllers.
James?
Yeah, I can't
This is the
confirm.
third day in a row.
There's a goal by Torment. Let's take a look. And you see a clear attempt. Torment just ready for it. He was waiting. Good positioning from Torment. You always have that player in the middle when you're in that situation where a ball's up on the wall above the goal. Torment ready for it. But yeah, Fruity, I didn't even say that, so we can.
Oh yeah, we
We can just move on.
move on. I will remember.
Hey
James.
man, KBM, I'm a believer. Okay.
Have you tried it? Have you ever tried KBM?
I have actually.
Yeah?
When we're at RLCS,
Yeah.
I play KBM when we're waiting.
Yeah, but that's like not really like real experience. You know, you have to put hours into it.
You do,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to do that. So we see a perfect pass from Gimmick here. He just goes up to the ceiling and runs away. And Squishy tucks that one in right as it goes beneath the crossbar. Cloud9 picking it up. NRG losing all the pressure that they had early in game one.
Yeah, I think it's really like the last 30 seconds from last game was so important for C9 because coming into this game is the same, right?
And even last game, they could have won that because there were a few times where they hit the post. You remember that play where he hit the post and Justin almost set it up for a goal on the goal line, but they came out and cleared it. If they hit that shot, Cloud9 probably would have won that game.
Would have tied up for sure. But then again, we had NRG in overtime.
Oh my.
That's true.
Oh my goodness.
As soon as he got that second touch, you just knew it was a goal.
The flip right here was perfect to make it so hard so we could follow it. The bounce off
And
the
not,
everything
but not only
was
that,
perfect.
Yeah, not only that,
The
but the
first
side
touch,
flip to get it off and
it was
maintain
soft.
his height.
It was soft. Like
That
everything
is
was
was
just
so
10 out
routine
of 10
for him.
go
Yeah.
if you're like a Grand Champ player, you want to learn a few more tools to have in your toolkit. Go look at that replay.
Yeah.
It was
look
just
at how
a
Justin
textbook like perfect play. Like
because I mean, once you commit to a flip, it locks in your elevation.
Yeah. And there was no hesitation at all from him.
it just felt so natural. Like everything Justin does is just
It looked easy.
Yeah.
And that was incredibly hard. That was so hard.
Yeah.
To time that. Perfect.
Oh, the fake.
Oh my god.
Now Garrett goes for shot. And that was a passing chance. Like you saw someone in the middle. In what situations where you do have that teammate in the middle, do you want to take the shot versus passing? What does it make sense?
Risk and reward. Like, I think if you've been on attack for a while and you know they're starved of boost, then you should do it. If it's a first attack opportunity, I think it's fine to do the shot because then you're going to stop them. Like, they're not going to get a good clear from that. So it's just about keeping that offense.
So when they're low on boost, go for the pass, and then to start draining them, go for shot. So they use the boost to get the save, and then you can start the rebound attack.
I mean, it's like I said, it's like you have to have the vision and the confidence, and it's just you got to know when to take that risk, right?
Now tied up again, NRG in another close one. Cloud9. Will they pick it up in the final seconds? That missed there. Garrett G, an open net. And who was the offender here?
I believe it's
Torment?
that misses.
So Torment just a little slow. Did he must
tried
have
to
had,
go up on the wall.
Yeah, he was out of position.
He thought somebody was going to roll it up in that corner.
and it also looked like he might have been out of boost. It was tough to tell. I was watching from the bird's eye view.
He definitely struggles with boost. I saw from Friday on the crew battles, he struggles to keep boost. Like, he prefers positioning over going for boost.
Yeah.
So in that situation, he's probably gone for position, had about 12 and gone, I could probably touch it.
I feel like out of all the Cloud9 members as well, Torment's probably the one who gets full boost pads the least amount.
Because you have Gimmick and Squishy. Especially Gimmick probably takes a lot of boost.
And that's an interesting point that you make, Speed. That one close. But you say Torment, prefers positioning over boost. Maybe that's one of the things that makes him such a good defender. Sometimes it can bite you, but
But I think that's also the kind of player that Squishy and Gimmick needs to have around them, and that's why they're so good. Because if you have another guy who takes a lot of boost, you're basically doing the trade-off that Gimmick can't do.
You're buying
Gimmick
time,
does.
right? Like you're giving up your boost. Your positioning is buying time for your teammates to get their boost.
Yeah, that's why I love Cooks, because he does that for me. I eat boost like there's no tomorrow, but Cooks is literally
He's so good at boost management.
So prolific.
I think he's the best boost management player in the entire world.
Yeah.
That's something that from the beginning, when Garrett and I were in the first 2 seasons, we were talking about boost management. Cooks here was actually one of the players that we wanted to watch through replays the most.
Yeah.
And see where he rotates and how he uses his boost and win.
Yeah, he literally uses 10 to move down the entire field.
Good infield pass here.
Oh.
But they're not in a position to take a strong shot. Final seconds. Can Cloud9 get this one?
Oh.
Still up.
Oh.
Torment to the middle.
Oh, that
Garrett spikes it down in the demos. That will secure it. NRG, another close one. We see Cloud9 ending it in the NRG half, trying to get that attack going, but it was stifled by NRG. Now up 2-0.
And a big momentum shift as well. Like Fruity, you said, Cloud9 did carry that momentum from last game really well into that first half, but then NRG able to shut it down and bring it back.
And I feel like, the play that, stabilized NRG was that crazy shot from Justin. That was so good.
It just, you get some momentum and the other team just loses confidence, and when you get scored on like that, it's just
and this was
heartbreaking.
This was the first play. We didn't really talk about it that much, but it was Squishy trying to pop it over. Didn't pop high enough. They got scored on. Then Gimmick doing a good job feeding Squishy there. And then this was the play. The side flip, perfectly timed, hitting it off the ceiling, double tap, follow-up. It doesn't get any better than that shot.
I like how he slammed the ball at the ceiling as well. He could have just, tried to softly touch it up and carry it up there, but then the defender would have easily challenged it. So slamming it kept it just to bounce down perfectly for him to continue going.
I kind of want to hear what they're saying right now.
Oh, you see the little
We'll
toss?
get that. We'll get that for the Rocket League Summit too, right? That's surely going to happen.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I really hope.
Make it
Listen
happen.
ins.
Make it
That
happen.
would be beautiful.
We just have to, put it out on the tweetosphere,
Yeah.
asking people to
The
say, make it
tweetosphere.
happen. But here we go. Game 3. NRG keeping a firm hold so far. Continuing to find ways to win, and even in these close matchups. They have a double commit out of the gate, however. And Turbo, that dunk might just go in. Oh, Turbo posterizing Torment.
And NRG keeps scoring these kind of silly goals.
I feel like I've seen Turbo do that so many times.
But in the game before as well, there was kind of silly mistakes from C9 players, and it just NRG are there to take advantage of it.
You think back to the Squishy touch, right? When Squishy tried to pop it over
and the
then it gets
Torment
dunked on. Yeah, and then the Torment miss.
Very simple mistakes, and it's got to hurt C9.
See how Cloud9 bounces back. And, it's certainly not over. This was the scoreline in your series, Fruity. G2 got out to a 2-0 lead.
Oh, what a save by Garrett there. He had to pre-jump that.
Speed, in just your experience scrimming NRG in general, you had a certain play style against them before with Fireburner. Did you have to adjust a lot of your approach to them as a team whenever they picked up Turbo?
No, like I said at the very beginning of the series, they play very similar. It is about boost starving Justin, so he can't do what he wants to do, and then you tend to control the game a bit more.
Yeah.
And from there you can do what you want. There's a lot of that with very many teams.
And another goal off the wall. Another goal off the wall. That one was deep into the corner.
Same place as well.
And he just
a dunk.
It's Torment again.
Torment again.
Oh man, that
he's having a rough day.
That's gotta hurt.
I feel bad for Torment.
That's the worst. That's 2 in a row.
I mean, if you're Torment and you're in these situations where the defender's
You have to
trying to
fake
do that, it's just fake.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You think that's the play? Is the fake?
Yeah, because if you fake it, it's just going to keep going into the corner, which is the safest place on the pitch.
But I guess you're right, because it's kind of ramping off of it.
Yeah.
Just pause and try and get the 50-50 instead of continuing to rush towards the ball.
Yeah.
NRG's possession game very strong, and just the challenge game. And just a few decisions from Cloud9 that seem to be questionable. And you can even see Gimmick, a little bit of indecision there. It's going to set up a shot, forcing Torment to make the save.
And that touch was so good as well. He only had 20 boosts to make that touch, and the way he put it up, that was really good.
Yeah.
It bought them so much time, as you can see now.
Yeah, like we were saying yesterday, it's not just about making a save, it's about where you put it after.
Exactly.
Because, it's almost useless if you're not getting it into the corner.
And look at the midfield presence from NRG. If Cloud9's trying to transition this out, they have to either win those challenges if you're Torment and win the 50-50 so that Squishy and Gimmick can go up and do their thing, or just get a solid clear. And they're getting neither of those and instantly getting shut down from NRG.
Also, I get a demo or two.
Yeah.
Like, really, like...
But that was a good counterattack there from Cloud9. They finally waited. Gimmick saved up his boost, started it, and they had a shot opportunity. Gimmick just was a little too far up, but Torment had a decent shot. Need to see more of that from Cloud9, remaining calm and then having that counterattack to put NRG on the defensive, because they just haven't been forced to be in the defensive rotation at all, really.
Something that we're seeing is that NRG are giving them, even though the C9 can clear the ball, it's not good clears. That's something that's very underrated, that NRG are doing well right now, that they're not just giving the ball so they can get an easy boom off the ball.
And then, again, this is, they're stretching Cloud9 thin. They're making Cloud9 put everything they have to try to get on an attack.
What a
and
touch.
that's making them vulnerable on the defensive side.
Perfect opening as well. Always on the right wall for NRG moving forward.
3 goals from the right wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right side, strong side for NRG. And
Oh, my goodness. You could see it happening. What a play.
Look at this. He just puts it up on the
teed him
tee.
up.
He tees it up.
Teed
Yeah,
him
look at
up.
this. Oh, my God. That was nasty.
What?
There's no
Was that
saving
Columbus?
that.
That
There
was
is literally
incredible.
no saving that.
Just gotta watch it.
Just clip that.
Yeah.
Free
Flip
karma.
it.
That's 160 kilometers for all the Europeans.
You did that math.
Yeah.
I mean, that's smart math when it's 100 miles, You just gotta...
Yeah, that's
like,
just easy.
one-
It's
one
5
is-
to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NRG looking ferocious. This is going to be a
It's gonna be
3-0 lead in the
Reverse
series.
sweep
Yeah.
for C9 to win this.
And I mean, this isn't like the like this is a lot different than the 3-0 start against Vitality,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah.
is
Yeah.
This is domination
yeah,
from
this
NRG
is
right now.
pure and utter domination. And this is a great sign because normally it's Cloud9 that is the strong team on LAN. So if
Yeah.
NRG is playing like this like they play well online and they can play like this on LAN,
I think that's a turbo effect.
Yeah, Turbo's
Turbo,
just a
yeah.
land boy. Like, he's so good offline.
Oh,
What a
my
shot,
goodness.
Garrett.
That's
Scoring
the
for
second time
fun.
he's done it. The tee up, but this time he didn't even need
Yeah.
Justin.
Scoring for fun.
He says, Justin, this is what would have happened if you didn't ruin my shot earlier.
5-0 NRG with a stomp over Cloud9. And good vibes from NRG. You can tell they've been enjoying their tournament so far. Things going pretty right
Look
for
at
them.
Turbo.
Yeah.
He's just standing still. He just stood still there for a good
And
5
gets
seconds.
And he
Another
gets
stop.
the dunk as well.
And now he's up.
And a
No,
third.
Jimmy!
Oh.
No!
But this is something that C9 does on purpose. I honestly believe that they just let goals in on purpose and then they just reset next game.
Yeah.
'Cause
Stop.
you saw
They're
it
already
against-
dead.
Against Speed, they Braziled them first game, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
true.
dude.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
lost the series.
We won
Yeah.
one game against them and it was like 6-0.
I mean,
then
it
they
is
just-
only one loss.
Yeah,
It only
right.
counts as one.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if you win by 7 or 1 goal.
Yep.
I think a good question for them would be like, okay, guys, when you're letting those games get out of hand, are you like strategizing? Are you talking about it? Like, are you just
Well, I
ignoring
think
the
they are.
game? Or are they just kind of like being quiet? Just
Resetting.
yeah.
Resetting, definitely.
I think their purpose behind this is so that the other team becomes more fluid and almost freestyly. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so easy to play them right now. Let's take this into the next game. And they're playing normally and with 3
Look at them
down
go
in the
right
first
now.
minute.
So
It is-
lure him in. I mean,
What the?
Oh!
Turbo going for the shot.
Turbo.
I think that is
Keep
the
it up, keep it
epitome
up, keep it up.
of their
Come on.
personalities
Oh, what a
right there.
touch.
Oh,
yeah,
it's still
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. Keep going.
Here we go.
Rule number 1 in
Come up.
action. And it's off.
Who was
And
that?
as you
Who was
said
that? That was Garrett.
And an absolute crushing game.
Yeah, a stellar performance, especially from all
Hat trick
3
for Turbo.
members on this field right now for NRG are doing their part.
And I agree with you, Fruity. I think Cloud9, I've seen them do it before, too. It's where they just, let off the gas. They're like, whatever, we lost this game.
I feel like that's the best way to reset.
Oh, yeah,
is
it
if you
is.
can just kind of like lower all the pressure, all the nerves, everything you're doing. Stop tensing up so much, and then bring it back to the next game. Because if you can try and continue and start momentum and try too hard, obviously you're gonna lose stamina.
And also, you get into the head of the opponents.
Yeah.
NRG are gonna, we can do this next game. freestyle, we can dunk him, you know,
Yeah,
like.
exactly.
But then C9 comes out and it just.
They start using the left wall instead of right.
But we do see Torment backing out of the lobby, so maybe doesn't want his. He has. You can obviously change your presets, but maybe he doesn't want.
No Fennec.
Fennec's not working. Yeah.
What are the odds? Do you really like? Is it the Fennec?
He's going Octane.
How certain?
I think it's the placebo.
Yeah, it's all like with such a mental game, right? It's like you're just trying. And Cookser's a player who does it all the time with so many different things. It's just about feeling like, okay, I changed something. Now things will be different for me.
Exactly.
Right?
Somehow changing the outcome.
Some players change dead zone camera settings in between games. And
I was talking about Dapper. Like Dapper will literally get scored on mid game and change one like little tweak on his camera settings.
Yes.
104 now.
Yeah,
104.
This is
exactly.
better. I don't think I've touched my camera settings for over a year now. I never touched them.
I feel like that's a nice way to go about doing it.
I haven't changed my camera settings or car layout since 2016.
Have you won a game since 2016?
That is mean. we got potentially the final game going on here, and we saw Gimmick with the back pass attempt.
That was
Squishy just wasn't ready.
Turbo. That's a good pass.
Yeah.
And already NRG starting out. This is going to be a bad situation for Cloud9.
Yeah.
Did I
I
see
think
right?
I saw Squishy on Dominus.
Oh,
Squishy on Dominus.
Oh,
with the
my
halo.
goodness.
Justin. Doesn't matter.
NRG. And I was talking to Johnny. If
Hell, fire.
NRG somehow pull away with this sum as well, that'll be the 7th unique LAN winner this year.
Yeah,
It's
NRG, G2, and Rogue to make that happen.
And NRG's looking very solid right now. The question is, if they do manage to get through Cloud9 in this fashion, they haven't really had to experience being down or playing much from behind or like having things not go their way. Like we saw them win all those overtimes, win these close games.
Yeah.
So my question would be, if they're in a situation where they are down, how will they handle it?
You can see Torment also switch back to the Octane.
So he did make that switch. We'll see how he plays now. We've seen a few of those missed touches and another missed touch there. But Gimmick was able to get there in time. 2 goals in the first minute for NRG, and goals coming at a premium in these matchups. Pinch.
Oh, no.
That Cloud9 needed that one.
That would have been a highlight reel goal.
Confidence booster as well.
Yeah.
They've had nothing in the last 2 games, is it?
And just sometimes it feels like when things aren't going great for you, just having something like that go your way, it just feels good, and it can help change your mindset.
But if you hit the post, it's even worse.
Yeah. Post out.
It's funny how like feeling like you are lucky can make you play better.
Yeah. I mean, just being positive in general.
Yeah.
And we see 2 players in the same spot, Garrett and Justin kind of overlapping there. NRG trying to stabilize on defense as Cloud9 gets this attack going. We saw Squishy in the middle. He was looking for that Gimmick pass.
Torment in the Octane. Made a change.
Awesome.
the
Good pressure.
Oh.
We saw Gimmick thinking that was a pass too. He was going in for that shot. Squishy ended up going for the double. Gimmick out of net. He's going to try to take his time here. Bait in the defender. Or the attacker, rather. And I like that from Gimmick, trying to take space. Buy time, more time for his teammates to get in a good spot, get boosted up. Because Cloud9 has just been struggling mostly on the sustained attack.
That was going in.
That was goal bound, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
No.
I think Turbo had the save there, though.
No.
no.
You don't think so?
I don't think so either.
That was in.
Oh,
down the other end.
Out. I don't know. Were you guys watching the player cam or the fly cam?
I was watching the fly cam.
Okay, I was
Player.
watching the fly cam too.
Player.
Player, yeah.
Okay. Then I will trust your read. Pinch here. Send it deep in the corner. That's going to wrap.
I mean, just try and be physical right now for Cloud9.
Yeah. They need a
Something
goal.
to throw NRG off.
Yeah, right.
You just need a goal at this point.
Right
After
now
missing those,
It's the time to get a goal because you still have time for a decent play.
Well, 2v2.
Gimmick was trying to do something with that ball. It looked like he was trying to get a hold on it to go for the dribble pass, but he just didn't time it right.
What a touch.
Yeah, well handled by
Wow,
Justin.
that save
that was
That's
amazing.
crazy.
Yeah.
So not only does he get the stop, he retains possession on the wall. Look at this. He kills it,
Oh, he
gets the
and
touch,
pinches it.
passes it to
Wow.
himself, gets a dunk.
I don't
And
know
he
why
was
he's-
alone on defense there, too.
Yeah, right. It was a 1v3.
I was in my head. I was like, okay, Justin just needs to stall this out, but he
That's
turns around.
That's
and
like,
he gets a
that's
pinch
like
goal.
if there's a reverse card in Rocket League, he played it.
I don't know why he was.
Got the Uno reverse card.
Oh,
Oh,
still possible.
Yeah, and
1 minute is.
With this now, yeah.
something.
enough. Yeah,
Finally
right.
for Cloud9.
yeah, that 2 goal is how the quick swings can certainly happen with 2 goals. You see Justin not there in time. And this is it for Cloud9. They're 1 minute away from being swept by NRG. So if they have some kind of magic sitting in their tank, they better use it now. One more goal from NRG surely would put them down. And that shot's
it.
going
That's
to do
it.
it. Justin, a hat trick. And this one was from half field.
So many goals for NRG have been these huge, almost clear shots from either midfield or barely pushed up after, like we saw on the right wall. So many of those shots were so far out. And the defensive rotations for Cloud9 are just not fast enough, or they don't have boost. They're just struggling to click.
And wow, what a showing from Justin. This
Yeah.
was, you know, Chicago said it yesterday. Online, Justin is on his own level. You know, if he brings that to land, NRG will have a championship in the next 2 seasons. That's what he said. And if Justin can play like this at every land, and Turbo and Garrett bring their consistency, NRG does seem like the team to beat. If they can keep it up. Justin was just so good in this series.
And just what a way to secure the lead as well. Things looking a little bit shaky after that kickoff goal for Cloud9, but nothing moving at all for NRG.
Yeah, this was one of those situations where you have a team that's playing well and a team that is struggling a little bit. When they collide, it just results in this. A 4-0 sweep. NRG dominating Cloud9, and they will be moving on to the upper final. Playing you guys, Fruity. How do you feel after watching that?
Yeah. What's your game plan?
Yeah, what's
What are you going to do?
Need some time to reflect on that.
So I mean, are you gonna just demo Justin? Is that the play?
I
Just
think
bu-
it looks like
demo
just
Justin?
to.
I think you should use quick chat.
Yeah, quick chat,
Yeah.
Justin.
I actually had
Yeah.
some quick chat with the G2 guys.
Really?
I guess it worked.
That's good.
I mean, what's your take here? And for Cloud9 now going into the lower bracket, they get
Just gonna
trounced.
zoom in on Justin and demo him.
You're gonna zoom in on Justin.
beautiful.
I'm just gonna tell Farron just hit. You guys play 2v2, and I go for Justin.
You just start doing laps around.
Yeah,
take,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you
Like,
just take
honest-
all the boost. I think that's even
Honestly,
better.
though, if there's a game where it's like Fruity just trying to get Justin and Justin tries to dodge, I think Justin's probably gonna win that game too. You know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So we'll see. You guys have some time to think about it, but Cloud9 also going to have to do some thinking here.
Might have to.
They're going down into the lower.
CJ would say you might have to tell Farah to start air rolling. Use some aerial
I
capability.
get
Airbus.
so you guys are
Watch out, because look behind you, Turtle.
I mean, this
Who's
guy
behind you right now? No,
the
behind you right
Airbus
now.
inventor.
But who's
You invented
behind you?
the
Turtle?
Airbus.
it's
Behind you.
Oh! Saying
the
first.
attack. Air roll that, Turtle.
Yeah, arrow there.
Look here. I have candy now. I like this.
Always looking at the upside. I love it. But I mean, NRG. That was about as dominating of a
Clinical.
win. That was it was the most clinical win that I think we've seen yet in this tournament. Coming on day 3, when it's getting to the most important, the most crucial times. And I mean, if you guys have to pick an MVP, who are you thinking that was? I mean, is it pretty obvious? Pretty obvious.
Yeah, don't really have to think, right?
Is it Justin?
No, Turbo.
Oh, Turbo. Okay. Well, I mean, it's just crazy to see how much of an impact that he can make, and some of those plays, like I can't understate it. Like for people who are just watching Rocket League and all like, oh, that's a good shot and whatever.
Yeah.
Justin had some multiple crazy shots. Multiple crazy shots.
Go up to the mic, man. Let's hear it.
Oh, and yeah,
He's just chilling.
getting
you know.
on the mic, we've got
Oh.
the man himself.
Wait, what are you drinking?
strawberry. It's done, but it's a strawberry banana smoothie.
Oh, nice.
Is that the
Is
secret?
that
I
the
need to go to shop
Yeah.
for some strawberry
That's what I
banana
need.
smoothie.
Yeah, everybody in Grand Champ now is incorporating that into their diet.
So Justin, I need to hear. So whenever you got the ceiling air dribble where you flicked it off the wall and then carried it forward, you know what I'm talking
or
about?
no, it was you were off the wall, you bounced it
yeah,
off the
yeah,
ceiling,
yeah.
and then double tapped
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
that's the one I'm talking
Was that-
about.
was that
so that was
planned,
just
you know?
routine? Like, did you even
Yeah,
think of
it's
it? It was just like muscle memory for you.
Yeah.
It's just like free play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super.
Yeah.
It was a free play shot.
And what were the comms like after that? You're just like, oh, I scored.
Yeah, basically.
Just pretty casual.
It's normal, yeah.
Yeah.
So
No big deal.
I mean, Justin, you played really well. You guys we were saying clinical going into this matchup. I don't know how scrims have been going against Cloud9. Were you guys kind of expecting to win, or were you thinking you had the edge, or did this was it something special for you guys?
I felt like it was a 50-50.
Really?
I wasn't cracked during scrims today. It was looking bad, but I popped off.
So what do you think the difference was for you guys to you just swept Cloud? Not only did you sweep them, you destroyed them.
Yeah.
What was going well for you guys that you maybe weren't expecting?
Yeah. This is the secret sauce right here.
The banana smoothie.
Strawberry banana. Yeah.
But I mean, what do you think Cloud9 was struggling with you guys? Where do you think they were failing?
I don't know. I felt like they weren't playing as a team. Like, I don't know. Everything felt like really off to them.
Yeah.
They weren't like as good as I expected them to be. But, yeah. They weren't connecting together.
Did you think they because for us when we were watching, it looked like they were making a few missed touches. Did you notice them making a lot of mistakes, or do you guys think they were just out of position?
Both. Like, those missed touches were really throwing like themselves off. Like, also a couple double commits here and there, which was like really easy to read for some reason. I don't know. I was just like during the series, I was like, when it progressed, I was like, they're gonna miss. I was like,
You just
Yeah,
kind of
you
knew
lost
it.
confidence in Cloud9, so you just kept challenging.
Yeah.
And here's the shot. Though I mean, we're watching the replay on our second monitor in slow motion.
Ooh.
That was beautiful. And
We
you
like
just
that
play.
one a lot.
you just practice those in free play all the time, huh? Do you use Bacchus mod or whatever?
Yeah, but not on.
Not on those. Just roll it up the wall.
Turbo, did you yell at any of your teammates at all? Because Garrett was
Yeah.
saying that
How
you were
vocal
yelling
was
at
Turbo?
He was actually very nice
No,
this
he
series.
was calm,
He was
quiet,
calm.
collected.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He
Maybe
was actually
maybe
good.
that's why you popped
yeah,
off.
maybe.
The one time. Oh, he's gone.
And he's gone.
See ya.
I'm sorry, Turbo.
A team poster for NRG. That sounds awesome. Let's take a look at it.
Oh, no.
Justin, all the way over on the right. Everybody, you want this as your wallpaper.
Wow.
Justin, this better be on stream.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Justin,
Did they
that's a
Photoshop
nice
Crocs
mask.
on me?
Did they Photoshop Crocs? Garrett just asked
Yeah.
if they Photoshopped
Nice
Crocs
Crocs,
on him.
dude.
This looks like
It looks-
wasteland right now.
It is. You can even see the stand. They're in the arena.
Yeah, you're looking clean. Oh,
That's pretty dope. Turbo Pulse a little scary, actually.
Yeah, I'm scared now.
Are you gonna make that your wallpaper though? Are you?
sure.
I mean,
Sure.
I don't feel.
Yes.
I feel like it's kind of weird to make yourself like if
Just-
you're on your own wallpaper.
Just only crop out the other two then. And you're
Wait,
set.
I'll leave
So
Garrett and
wait.
Turbo there.
Yeah, so-
wait.
yeah. Oh, so I mean, Justin, that was amazing, man. Congrats on the win. You
Yep. Thank
played
you, thank
nuts. Are you excited to go and play these guys? What kind of words you got for Fruity? I mean, he was saying that he's just going to demo you.
Probably. I mean,
What if he does chase you? James Bond said that you'll have the benefit of the doubt, even if he decides to chase you. You're still
how
gonna
about
slip
when
away.
we play, we lock cars,
Yeah.
and it's a 2v2 for the rest of the series.
Ooh. I gotta ask.
I
my
mean, you
teammates,
got to. No. You just have to take that offer. Let's be honest.
No.
Yeah.
It's your only
We'll
hope.
take it. We'll take it.
All right, so Fruity, any final words for Justin before we go to break?
I don't want to say good luck because I'm gonna jinx it and just get destroyed.
All right, so break a leg, Justin. That's what
Yeah,
Fruity
pretty
has
much,
to say.
pretty
We're going to go to a quick break, but when we come back, we have G2 versus Dignitas tournament lives on the line. Who's going to take it? We'll find out after the break. Don't go anywhere.